Okay. All right. Let's see how the YouTube one is doing. Excellent. Terrific. Welcome, everybody, to Any Sunday Songwriters. This, before the pandemic, was a show that... Hold on.
Don't forget to start recording.
Thank you. Record. Hello. There we are. Record on this computer. It certainly is. Okay. So this was, before the pandemic, a second Sunday Songwriters residency at a local coffee place. And when that stopped, it took me about 3 seconds to realize I could do it whenever I wanted, hence the name, Any Sunday Songwriters. And also that I could invite people from anywhere. And so I have. Amy Dixon Kohler is here on the screen with me, and she is outside of Chicago. And Dave is Dave Mason. He is in Scotland. And I'm very happy to have you both. I'm excited to have you both. And welcome, everybody. So, Dave, would you like to kick us off?
Sure.
Tell us a little about yourself and play us a song.
Sure. Well, when COVID struck, I was living in Cincinnati, in Ohio, and was very fortunate to be able to join folk clubs all over the world and stuff. I'm kind of retired now. I've been a stay-at-home parent. Actually, my wife works for a big American company, so I've been taken all over the world with her. I'm a bagpipe player. That's my main instrument, but as I get older, I just find the bagpipes just get louder and louder, and this is a kind of a nice way to entertain myself that doesn't bug the neighbors too much. So I'm going to start off with a song that I wrote actually shortly after COVID, and I just love sunny weather, so it's called Sunny Afternoon Outdoors. I'm just chilling here in my backyard. The sky is blue, the birds are singing, it's not very hard. I've decompressed, I'm kicking back, gonna take it easy for a while. Man, I'm feeling mellow, my eyes are almost closed. It's time to smell the roses, please excuse me while I doze. My jets are cooled, I'm vegetating, watch me meditate with style. Everybody's out there somewhere fighting for their cause. Not me, I'm just lying here and wasting my sunny afternoon outdoors. Playing bars and restaurants to earn my daily bread. I'll never make a million, was it what I never said? Everybody's trying to be Elvis, or at least John Prine. Coffee shops, farmers' markets never paid the rent. The music industry's the winter of my discontent. But today I'm cool, I'm hanging loose, just floating on cloud nine. 'Cause everybody's out there somewhere fighting for their cause. Not me, I'm just lying here and wasting my sunny afternoon outdoors. Reality is fading, this dream is pulling strong. My mind's in Carolina, flowing like the Scuppernong. I'm just chillin' here on a sunny afternoon. Me, I'm just chillin' here on a sunny afternoon. Me, I'm just chillin' on this sunny afternoon. There we go, a sunny afternoon outdoors.
Ah, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
So I guess Phil must have sent it out because we have a couple friends here from Israel. And so this is now an... Hi, Ariel. How are
Ariel.
you?
Hi, Janet.
Janet is incognito today. Anyway, we are now truly international, both in performers and in audience. So, Amy.
Yes.
Tell us a little about yourself and sing us a song.
I will, but Dave, I want to know how you did that with your own harmony. That was great. That is tricky.
Secrets.
Well, I am a singer-songwriter. I live outside of Chicago, Illinois, and I've been performing most of my life. But I also have a day job where I'm a sign language interpreter, and I work with American Sign Language and English. And I also have a wonderful trio that I work with Patty Schaffner and Sue Fink, who I think both have appeared on your series. And we've been together for at least 10 years, and we're called Song Sisters. So I have a lot of different irons in the fire. I have 2 CDs out and hopefully a third one coming soon. And I've been sitting here trying to figure out which I want to open with. I think I'll open with this one. This is a song I wrote after I was on a stage in Georgia. And it was an outdoor, actually political rally. And I started to feel sick. And I had to get off the stage or I would have been completely mortified. And I got down the stairs and everyone just started taking care of me. And I didn't even know who they were. And they were just these wonderful strangers who helped me get through this pretty nasty thing I was feeling. And so on the plane on the way home, I wrote this song. Strangers, I was feeling oh so poorly. You came with a touch, with a healing hand. And strangers, when I fell, you were at my side. With your loving strength, you held helped me to stand. Why would you do that? Who am I to you? You don't know me, I don't know you. We're just strangers passing down the road. You don't know me, I don't know you. We're just strangers passing down the road. Strangers, I had a song to sing. You were there to join me. Raise your voices strong. And strangers, there's a tale I just had to tell. You listened, then you passed my story on. Why would you do that? Who am I to you? You don't know me, I don't know you. We're just strangers passing down the road. You don't know me, I don't know you. We're just strangers passing down the road. I don't know your name, but we cried together, held each other close to ease our pain, entertaining hosts of angels unaware. Arm in arm, we face the world of strangers. Now I know that I've got the word all wrong. You're the smiling eyes that I've yet to meet. And strangers, letting hearts and minds come together as one, for the time we have here to move the journey on. Why should we do that? Because of who you are to me. You're my brother, you're my sister, not some stranger passing down the road. You're my brother, you're my sister, not some stranger passing down the road. You're my brother, you're my sister, not some stranger. Thank you.
That was lovely. And, you know, those political rallies, we're the nicest people. Yeah. I may be a little biased. I don't think so. The boys next door are playing baseball on my front lawn, right in front of the windows that I am gazing out of while the show is going on. I probably wouldn't be, except there's lots of motion in my front yard, and I have every expectation before it's through. If you hear a crash, that's because the boys next door are playing baseball in my front yard. So the pandemic put a stop to traveling very much, and I'm sufficiently paranoid to do the rest of whatever the pandemic didn't do. We've started traveling again. Last year we finally got to go to LA, and last week rather, to LA and visit my two granddaughters, who I was fearful that they would be in college before I ever saw them again. But no, they're 7 and 5, and they're perfectly normal kids and exquisitely lovely to me. So that was fun. This is my desire to get back on the road. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with touring, but I miss it now. I don't know how long that'll last, but I miss it. I'll be in Chicago, I think it's a week from now. But anyway. I'm ready to see sights I've never seen before. Already packed my bags and I'm headed out the door. Ready to feel sunshine and cool mountain breezes, to travel foreign lands and white sand beaches, or both. Fly me away. I'm ready to hear songs I've never heard before. with didgeridoos or alpine horns, to revel in the songs that make my body dance and fill my heart with fire and help me take my chance to go. Fly me away, fly me away, fly me away. Take me to a place where everything is new, a place where I can play and stay a while or two. I'm ready. Hey, fly me away. I'm ready to meet folks I've never met before, with unfamiliar smiles and unheard stories, to tell me of their plans and tell me of their dreams, and share a meal or two, and I'll meet their families. Let's go. Fly me away, fly me away, fly me away. Take me to a place where everything is new, a place where I can stay and play a while or two. I'm ready. Hey, fly me away. New places, new sounds, new feelings all around. Outward bound, fly me away, fly me away. Take me to a place where everything is new, a place where I can play and stay a while or two. I'm ready. Hey, fly me away, fly me away, fly me away. Thank you. And welcome to Barry and Tessa. Good to see you. If you don't have your chat open, there's a whole nother universe going on over there. So you should open up your chat. So, Dave, back to you.
So we were talking about earlier about Zoom and how small it's really made the world. But get this, Tessa went to the same high school as my sister did
Wow.
in Johannesburg in South Africa. So this is like how freaky is that? I mean, gosh. Anyway, there we go.
Dave, you went to the same school as my brother, don't forget.
And I went to the same school as her brother. That's right. Yeah, that's right. So there we go.
Amazing.
So, all right. So I'm going to sing a song. This song, it sounds as if it's about a one-night stand, but what actually made me write this song was just the amount of problems people have in relationships, either getting into a relationship or getting out of a relationship, and all the rules and regulations that there are about, you know, you can't do this, you can't with that person, and it's all got to do with religion or sexuality or color of your skin, or so these are the original things behind it. But then I started thinking, do we really, are relationships really meant to be the way we actually force them to be? We force people to stay together for the rest of their lives, and so you know, anyway, it's a little song called Smiling Eyes. There we go. Just my guitar seems to have gone out of tune. Just a minute. There we go. Should be okay. With smiling eyes, she said to me, "You can't take life too seriously when people see just what they want to." And then she took me by the hand. She led me to a wonderland where even blind fools understand what is true. She said, "If I was queen, you'd be my king. You'd worship me with songs you sing. Your thoughts would pierce my heart just like an arrow. And in return I would tangle you in webs of love, the deepest blue. You'd feel me in your veins, your bones, your marrow." Now those who say our love's a crime, while reading deep between the lines, are screaming infidelity or treason. Hate can hurt, but love is strong. Perhaps one day we'll hear our song, sung by strangers on the stage of reason. Every timbre of our cries, like waves that roar, like winds that sigh, on terrifying dives through deepest wonder. Soaring down love's avenue, on chariots of lust we flew, exploding through each doorway just like thunder. The faithful die to find the truth, while others seek eternal youth. The alcoholic begs vermouth's affections. You are all I ever need. You kill me softly, make me bleed, far more than any pious genuflections. I feel your body, hear you breathe. I know tomorrow when you leave, a part of me will stay with you forever. This paradise we share tonight will shine much brighter than sunlight, beyond the realms of what our minds can measure. With smiling eyes, she said to me, "Don't take life so seriously, 'cause people see just what they want to." Then she took me by the hand. She led me to a one-night stand where even blind fools understand. There we go.
That was just beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
There's a reason why I do this, and that's the people like y'all are, that's the reason. So, Amy.
Yeah.
Got a song for us?
I have a couple.
Okay.
All right, let's just see. There we go. All right. I'm an avid reader. I just read everything. And I came across this quote by a woman named Phyllis McGinley. And I'm never good at quoting it exactly. But basically she said, the saints were human. They had good days and bad days. They were joyous. They were mad. They kicked the dog. They loved their families. But basically what they were doing was doggedly blundering toward heaven. And I read that quote and I said, okay, that's a challenge. How could I get the phrase doggedly blundering toward heaven into a song? And I did it. So... Never wear a hard bracelet when you're playing the guitar, unless you want a lot of percussion. Me and the saints, we've got a lot in common. Both born of mothers, and we know that death is coming. We're all human, but they found that state of grace. For me, I doubt if I'll ever see that place. But I'll keep blundering toward heaven, doggedly stumble along, make my mistakes, struggle toward heaven. I'll blunder along. Man over there, he got a call today. Lawyer said there's nothing he can do. She's gone. You drove your wife away. Next step is up to you. He said, well, maybe I'll go back to bed. It's still safe and warm in here. Throw the covers on my head. Give myself over to fear. Or I could blunder my way to heaven. Doggedly stumble struggle toward heaven. I'll try again. I'll blunder on. We're oh so human in what we're doing, but we can hear the call of saints and blunder on. That woman lost her job today. The boss, he showed her to the door. He said, you can't keep screwing up your life this way. Don't you think you're worth so much more? She said, well, yeah, there's gonna be an end to it all. You know, it's gonna come eventually. till I get that final call. There's so much more I could do and be, so I'll keep blundering toward heaven, doggedly stumble along, make all my mistakes, I'll keep struggling toward heaven, like the saints, I'll keep blundering on. We're oh so human in what we're doing, but we can heed the call of saints.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this is not, it's not akin to what we just heard. It's not about going to heaven, and it's not about one night stands, but at the same time, I played it yesterday at the farmer's market in Sugarland, Texas, which I love doing. It's a 2.5 hour drive at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I still love doing it because the baby watching is great. I like to call it practicing in public. And this is one that people stopped to listen to yesterday, so I'm going to play it today. There's nothing like approval, you know? High in the desert, the night winds blow cold, just like they've always done. And the day's hot and still, as if it always will be. Nothing changes 'neath that sun. So there's nothing new 'neath this one. So we smooth out a place, we draw our own faces and paint it in shining colors. And there in the desert we try to make a stand, and it's beautiful sand pictures. Out on the sea, you can feel the world breathe and watch as the waters change. But here on the shore, our great deeds we record, and our victories we proclaim, and pretend that those glories remain. We smooth out a square, worship history there, and paint it in shining colors. And there on the land, it all looks so well planned, but again, it's just sand pictures. And then the winds rise, the sun sinks so fast, in comes the tide. So much for kings and castles. Though we conquer the sky, build our towers so high, and flaunt them in shining colors. Here on the earth we try to be worthy, and in the end we are sand pictures. We are beautiful sand pictures. In the end we return to Thank you. Thanks very much. And round we'll go, because that's what we do.
That was a wonderful image, that sand pictures. I love that. Wow.
Thank you. It was born after watching the Tibetan monks spend all day here on the Capitol floor in Austin and build this incredible mandala and then brush it away.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is, my next song is a song I wrote in January 2021 after the fiasco in Washington, D.C. I was thinking to myself today, what am I going to say to introduce the song? But the only thing I can say that you'll probably agree with me here is that if it was any of you or me that was involved, we'd have been in prison a long, long time ago. It's just, I don't know what's happening in the world, but no one's accepting any responsibility for their actions anymore, which is bad enough. But the other side of the coin is like nobody seems to be really worried about taking people to task for the wrong things they do. It's like a crazy game. It's a crazy game. Anyway, a little song called "A Cold Wind." I need to plug in my guitar. Sorry. I know it sounds okay, but my harmonies don't work too well if it's not plugged in. A cold wind blows through the streets of Washington, D.C. A tyrant gloats for a world watching on TV. The martyr stirs in his grave. She's turning in her grave, while rancor burns with the flame of the way we all behave in this free land of the brave. Hope can fade like a flower pressed upon the page, and love can die weathering the storms of bitterness and rage. When dreams are gone like the echoes of a song, we just disagree. The piper plays our funeral parade, and the truth is hard to see in this brave land of the free. Take my hand. Will you let me take your hand? Understand, we're much stronger hand in hand. You and I, we are the same in more than faith or name, and we must try to be the change within this crazy game. Those who kneel, those who yearn to heal the wounds we fail to see, to be the good, within your neighborhood. Well, it's all that we can be in this brave land of the free. There we go, A Cold Wind. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. So Amy, does that answer your question?
Well, I'm going to piggyback on that then.
Okay. Amy wrote me to ask if it was okay to do political songs on here.
You know, I always ask because where I live about 40 miles outside of Chicago, and there are, let's just say there's a conservative bent to the area I live in. And I play at a lot of different places, including, you know, I love farmers markets as well. But I always try to get a feel for the audience and as to what I'm going to sing. And sometimes political stuff doesn't work. I wrote a song a number of years ago after Barack Obama was elected president. It's called Rosa Sat. And it Rosa sat so Martin could walk, Martin walked so Barack could run, Barack ran so our children could fly. And I didn't write that phrase, but I wrote a song about it. And I got a lot of pushback from people, you know, just for a song like that. I got a lot of encouragement as well. That's on YouTube if you ever want to see it. So anyway, there's this Irish song, old Irish song called My Lagan Love. And it's a beautiful, beautiful song that in the 1960s, Richard Farina changed the words to The Quiet Joys of Brotherhood. And I don't know if you've heard that song, but it melts my heart, especially the Sandy Denny version. If you hear Sandy Denny singing The Quiet Joys of Brotherhood, it's just so moving. And listening to that song in my head, I went, well, what about the quiet joys of motherhood? You know, we have joys too, you know? And so I started to write this song, and those of you who are songwriters will know that sometimes you start a song and it goes off into another direction and it isn't where you plan it to go at all. But you always go where the music takes you and where the words take you. And so this song went in a different direction. Now, I want to tell you that I'm going to be using an instrument that I recorded on my phone because the instrument itself is very loud. It's called a shruti box, and it's something that is used as a drone in Indian music, in East Indian music. And I had heard a number of performers from India who use the shruti box, but then I started to hear some people who were singing Celtic music who were using a shruti box as well for this drone. And I don't play the bagpipes, and so I needed to come up with a way to have a drone. So it sounds like this, just so you get a feel. Can you hear that? Okay. So that's going to go throughout the whole song. So this is called The Quiet Joys of Motherhood. And no offense to the men who are here, because it really is encompassing, but I was talking about mothers at this specific point. When tiny cries are heard at night, a call we're meant to heed. When arms enfold them in the dark, and fear begins to seed. When hearts and lives are thus entwined, there is no need to smile. The quiet joy of motherhood and love surrounds us all. But when men come to change the tides, our children go to war. We hear their anguish in the fields, and then their cries no more. When men will fight, a child dies, all slain in duty's call, and tears are shed by motherhood. Still love surrounds us all. When common sense has lost its way, and politics blindly lead, when children die by gunmen's hands, but the lobbies will succeed, when hearts and lives are thrown away, we hear the grieving call, the angry voice of motherhood knows love should guide us all. When women gather, lift our voice, show plainly where we stand. We'll not accept that fear can win, nor guide this bitter hand. When hearts and minds are thus entwined, we hear the inner call to speak the truth of motherhood, that love surrounds us all. When cries are heard out in the night, a call we're meant to heed, when arms enfold them in the dark, encircling those in need, when lives and minds are thus entwined, hearts reach to suffering's call, we share the joy of motherhood, and love surrounds us all.
That was gorgeous, Amy.
Wow, great. Wow.
Thank you.
Yes. So, I'm going to piggyback off that, sorta. Because I've been working the last year or so with somebody who is very passionate about climate change, as well he should be, because all our other issues are moot if we lose the planet. So, and it will be 100 degrees here in Texas, here in Austin, for the next week and a half, which is, first of all, it hit triple digits in May, and I've lived here since the 70s, and I've never seen that happen before. And now we're getting a week of triple digits, a week and a half of triple digits in June, which it was remarkable if we got over 100 in June, but not this year. And so what Patrick has been doing is setting up these websites and doing virtual shows in the places that are, I don't know how to say this word, but so I'm going to make it up as I go along, antipodal to the places which are, thank you, to the places which are the worst offenders as far as pollution and disregard of the environment. I'm not real sure about the theory behind that, but I know he's worked it out. He's a very smart man. And so he asked me to write some songs for him that have an environmental content, and this was one of the favorites of the ones I wrote him. must make that right. Most of the people I know who play guitar on stage say that they're doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. In the name of my mother, I will plant a tree. In the name of my father, I will plant another. In the name of my sister, and also of my brother, I will plant a tree. I will plant a tree. For the good of my children, I will plant a tree. For the good of their children, I will plant another. For the good of my friends, and also of my lover, I will plant a tree. I will plant a tree. I will plant birds. I will plant bees. I will plant hopes, and I will plant dreams. I will plant for the children yet to be. I will plant a tree. I will plant a tree. In the month of April, I will plant a tree. In the month of May, I will plant another. As all the months go by, one after the other, I will plant a tree. I will plant a tree. I will plant birds. I will plant bees. I will plant hopes, and I will plant dreams. I will plant for the children yet to be. I will plant a tree. I will plant a tree. I will never sit in the shade of it, or any tree I plant today. But I will take delight in those trees anyway, anyway. And I will plant birds. I will plant bees. I will plant hope, and I will plant dreams. I will plant for all those children yet to be. I will plant a tree. I will plant a tree. I will plant trees. Thank you. So it's not political exactly, except it is.
Well, isn't there a saying that your music should make people feel uncomfortable? Really, it's it's one of those things. But anyway, this one's not going to make you feel uncomfortable. I was going to sing a very uncomfortable song. I might do that next, but this one is going to follow one after the theme that Jan's just talked about, planting trees. One of the things I worry about with us spending so much time online, inside online, is that we miss what's going on outside. So this is a little song that's called "Open Up Your Eyes," and it's it's a little bit about, it's about the spring launching the summer, and so anyway, here we go. Open up your eyes. The month of March is here to herald in the spring, and warmer days ahead we'll hear the blackbirds sing. The geese are all returning high upon the wing, heralding the coming of the spring. April's sweet buds appear upon the rowan tree, rose-colored cherry blossoms beautiful to see. Blackthorn is busy with the buzzing of the bees, flowers blooming for the world to see. Open up your eyes, my friends, just open up your eyes. Look around and see the changes you will realize. Feel your heart awaken with each wonderful sunrise, and you'll never let the coming summer take you by surprise. Celebrate the month of May, the swallows have arrived. 10,000 miles they've come to build their nests and thrive. See their cunning sleight of hand zigzagging as they dive. Oh, the magic swifts and swallows have arrived. Now every tree is fully clothed come the month of June, and you might sit serenely of a peaceful afternoon, pondering life's meaning and the sounds of nature's tune. Ah, the majesty, the mystery of June. But open up your eyes, my friends, just open up your eyes. Look around and see the changes you will realize. Feel your heart awaken with each wonderful sunrise, and you'll never let the coming summer take you by surprise. Hold your breath and marvel at the colors of July. Countless shades of green against the endless blues of sky. Breezes that caress you like a spirit passing by, of the seasons changing right before your eyes. And the brightly colored wings of butterflies as you marvel at the perfect summer skies. There we go. Open up your eyes. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Wonderful. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna do a song that I wrote during the pandemic. Can't say it's over yet, but it's one I wrote a while ago. Jan, I'm like you. I do it for me as well as for you. There's a wonderful singer, songwriter, poet, photographer, all-around amazing person who lives in the Chicagoland area. Her name is Jenny Binneman. And she has written a number of books of haiku, which she also, she takes photographs and she writes haiku to go with her photographs. And from time to time, she'll ask singer-songwriters in our area if we'll take one of her haikus and make it into a song. And then she has this performance, and we all get together, and haven't during the pandemic, but before the pandemic, and hopefully now after, we have a show with all of Jenny's haikus made into songs. And this haiku that she wrote, it says, "I've turned off, not for always, so down, but not forever, just in this moment." And I have a very dear friend who was dealing with cancer, and I had other friends and people I knew and loved who during the pandemic who were dealing with depression and mental health issues related to the pandemic. It hit all of us so very hard. And so I wrote this song for them, and it's called Trust Fall. I've turned off, but not for always, so down, but not forever, just in this moment. Bear with me, be with me, hold space with me, I need you now. Just fall back into loving arms, we'll keep you close and lift you up to carry on. Just fall back into loving arms, we'll keep you close and lift you up to carry on. Night so dark, night so cold, shadow creeping over my soul. Soft light shining, dawn is breaking, and there you are, knocking at my door. Just fall back into loving arms, we'll keep you close and lift you up to carry on. Friends, you're a miracle. You take my hand when I get lost. Your presence is a gift to me. Your sweet embrace, your arms enfold me. I've turned off, but not for always, so down, but not forever, just in this moment. Bear with me, be with me, hold space with me, I need you now. Just fall back into loving arms, we'll keep you close and lift you up to carry on. Just fall back into loving arms, we'll keep you close and lift you up to carry on. We'll keep you close and lift you up to carry on. Thank you.
That's so lovely. I really like Jenny's music too, her haikus. Yeah. So the time has come to ask, Dave, where are you going to be next, and where can people find you online? And you're muted.
Okay. Yeah. So tomorrow night, Monday, I will drive to Stirling Sterling have a folk club on a Monday night. Tomorrow they're having a singers night, so it's basically everyone gets a turn to sing. You can find my website, davemason.co.uk, or my Bandcamp has all my songs, and that's davemasonmusic.bandcamp.com. That's it. So this week's a busy week because, as I said, my family are away in the United States. My daughter is counseling at a YMCA camp in northern Kentucky for 6 weeks, and my wife is at the head office in Cincinnati for a week. So this week I'll be doing basically a live folk club every night this week. Yeah,
That's great. Do you ever get down to the Dun Cow?
I have, actually. I went down and I have been to the live Dun Cow, believe it or not. I still haven't met Wendy and a lot of them because they've only started going fairly recently. But I've met Ian Tyzak, and I've met Colin, and so it's great.
Ian was here last week on this show.
Oh yes, he was. I saw that.
Yeah. And Amy, how about you? Where are you going to be next, and where can people find you online?
Well, next on, not until June 17th, but on June 17th, my song sisters, Patty Schaffner, Sue Fink, and I will be playing live in Chesterton, Indiana. It's a concert series that we have been doing every year, and of course during the pandemic we didn't, so we're really excited to be back there. And my website is amydixonkolar.com. That's AMYDIXONKOLAR.com. And then you can find my music on Reverb Nation. And I only have one song on Bandcamp right now because I've just started to put things up. But that will be coming.
Great. Okay. I'm doing a whole lot of stuff this month because I'm planning to kind of relax in July. Half my students will be gone, so there will be time to breathe. Imagine that. So next week, I'll be doing a local show at my residency at Kick Butt Coffee, which is so called because the owner also owns a dojo. And it is next door. So I'm not sure what he calls the dojo, but he calls the coffee shop Kick Butt. And it has a big stage and lots of pleasant equipment. So I'll be doing that there with W.M. David and Judy Painter. And that's in person. And then on the 17th, unfortunately, I will be playing the same night as Amy in Downers Grove at the 2A Street Coffee House. And then spending the rest of the weekend with my closest friend who has been up there these last 5 years and is finally moving back to Austin. So I just wanted to go up and see her in her unnatural habitat one last time before she moves back here. And then at the end of the month, on the 26th, we'll be back with any Sunday Songwriters. And my guests will be Roberta Lamb and Seth Hoffman, who I met on the Jerusalem Song Circle, but he actually lives in India right now. And I'm excited about that show, too. I'm excited about everything. And at the very end of the month, I'll be doing my own concert show at a new venue here that we got turned on to by some friends of my husband, Andy's, that he'd recorded. They're both operatic singers, which I, of course, am not. But it's an outdoor patio kind of situation that seems conducive to doing solo shows. And so I'm going to do one on the 30th. And that's at, oh my gosh. Hold on a minute. It's the Something Chop House. Rosewood, because that's the street it's on, the Rosewood Chop House, which has fabulous food. So if you're in the Austin area, which I know you're not, but if you were, this would be a good meal and a good show, I think, she said modestly. In the meantime, I'm going to do something that I should have done on the last round, but I didn't. there's Folk Alliance is the whole umbrella organization, and it has an international conference every year, and then it's split into regions. And I'm in the Southwest region, so Southwest Regional Folk Alliance, which I live about, I could spit to the hotel that it's at from my house. And so I drive up and down the highway for like 5 minutes apiece all day long when the conference is happening. And one of the things I love about the Southwest Conference, or SWRFA as we affectionately call it, is that when you walk in and you get your registration materials, you also get a song prompt. You reach in a fishbowl and pull out a little slip of paper that looks like it came in a fortune cookie, and it says something, and the idea is that you're going to write a song about that something and present it at brunch on Sunday, despite showcases, official and unofficial, and late night singing Beatles songs till 4 a.m., and whatever else you got going on, and workshops. You will have your song ready to sing on Sunday morning at the brunch, which actually, although it sounds impossible, 9 times out of 10, I've had the song. And sometimes it occurred to me about 15 minutes before I had to sing it. The pandemic has totally erased any qualms I have about doing that. I've written probably about 250 songs since March 2020, not all usable. Nevertheless, there they are. And I can just toss one off. If it's crappy, oh well. But there have been quite a few of them that I'm singing in shows now. Just lucky me, eh? So this was based on accepting what you know needs changing, or something like that. I got this prompt while Christine Blasey Ford was testifying about who Kavanaugh really was. And it was extremely frustrating, and we were all listening to it despite whatever else we had going on. And the song ended up being about that. So it's based on the Serenity Prayer, which, for those who've never done a 12-step program, is God grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change, to the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The wisdom for me is kind of in short supply, but nevertheless, I soldier on. And this is the song. And it's a cappella because I want to be able to sing it while marching. Gonna lay my serenity on the line now. I'm laying my serenity on the line. I used to be adaptable, but now I must decline to accept what I know needs changing. I'm laying my courage on the line now. I'm laying my courage on the line. Used to go along to get along like I was deaf and blind. I can't accept what I know needs changing. And I'm not apologizing anymore. No, I'm not apologizing anymore. I'm not apologizing anymore, 'cause I'm not sorry. I'm laying my wisdom on the line now. I'm laying my wisdom on the line. And I'll keep on persisting, and I never will resign. And I won't accept what I know in my heart. I won't accept what I know needs changing. Thank you. So yes, you can be political, Amy. When I answered you, I wanted to say half the people on here are going to be activists, so it's perfectly okay.
I'm always political. It's just a matter of picking and choosing the right times, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's my turn again. So I have to sing this song because we need to be reminded that this is still going on. So it's my little song for Ukraine. It's called "The Day the Soldiers Came." The earth was shaken by despair, a growl like thunder in the air. And I wondered then and there where I might be tomorrow. I packed a suitcase in the dark. A crowd had gathered in the park. Then I walked out of this life that had once been mine to borrow. War is never just a game, with tanks that crush and shells that maim. This song I sing is for Ukraine, the day the soldiers came. I hurried down a city street, panicked, shouting, running feet. Told myself to stay calm, I should not be too hasty. I saw the damage bleak and stark. I heard a dog's grief-stricken bark. As a thought flew through my mind, would we both get to safety? War is never just a game. We point the finger, lay the blame. Watch the newsreels frame by frame the day the soldiers came. No more for us sweet summer rains, spring flowers only on our graves, far beyond the barren ruins of this senseless Armageddon. For we never heard nor did we see death high above the cruel debris. Life just ceased for us all in one shining second. War is never just a game. Every time we fight it ends the same. Libya, Iraq, and now Ukraine. Why must my freedom be your pain? I wonder why things never change. History repeats itself again. I sit heartbroken, filled with shame, while armies stand up and take aim. Your heroes wither in the flame the day the soldiers came. Song for Ukraine. Thank you.
Wow, Dave. That's a very powerful song.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it is. Beautiful. Okay. Um, so, I've been involved with politics for years, since my mom took me onto the picket line when I was a little girl to boycott grapes and gallon wine and work with United Farm Workers when I was very young, and have been involved with it, yeah, since I was a kid. And I was also involved with the Women's March in 2017. I coordinated all of the sign language interpreters on the main stage for the march in Washington, and it was pretty overwhelming. And after that was over, and things kept happening and kept happening and kept happening, and I was getting very frustrated, but also getting kind of overwhelmed with marches and petitions and trying to do things, and nothing seemed to be happening. And I started thinking of the story of David and Goliath, and how sometimes you feel like there's just too much, and can we really do something? So this is not a song of despair necessarily, but it's a song of exhaustion, maybe. And then you get over it and you take a break, and then you get right back on the horse and you get back out in the street and you get back out into what you're doing. So this is a song called No David. Dark-eyed giant staring me down. Dark-eyed giant staring me down. On any other day, this Goliath I might slay, but today I am no David. No, today I am no David. But just one stone ain't all it takes. Just one stone ain't all it takes to make this pain disappear. I'm gonna have to face my fears. But today I am no David. No, today I am no David. No one standing by my side. No one standing by my side. I don't wanna be on my own to carry this burden all alone. 'Cause today I am no David. No, today I am no David. But I want no pity, want no shame. Want no pity, want no shame. I just want some time to be that stronger, bolder, braver me. 'Cause today I am no David. No, today I am no David. Dark-eyed monsters staring me down. Dark-eyed giants staring lay down on any other day, this Goliath I might easily slay. But today I am no David, not today. Today I am no David, not today. Today I am no David.
My goodness, do I ever know that feeling? Just some days it's just too raw and you've had too much. Yeah, well, I was going to do something different, but that is such a perfect lead in to what I have to do before the show is over. And that is one of the songs from this, which these are songs about the Bible stories that you never got to hear because nobody asked them. And it turned into a CD full of songs for a while, and then it turned into this book, which has the CD in the back and illustrations by my friend Vanessa Lively. I did the line drawings, she did the watercolors, and the lyrics, and a little backstory about the songs. And now, having done those two items, I thought, okay, this project is finished, and now it's turning into a musical, which all of this pretty much happened by accident. Just somebody said something, and it just happened to hit me the right way at the right moment. And so I'm going to do one of the songs from that. You can find that on my website, which I forgot to mention a while ago, which is janseides.com. And I noticed that several of you have already been there, and thank you very much. So this was the first one of these I wrote, and I did it poolside at Swerfa, and one of the DJs came up to me afterwards and he said, "What are you going to do with that?" And I said, "I don't know. I've written a few of them now, and I don't know, I know what prompted it. It was the Me Too movement, because the recognition that that problem had existed for thousands of years and still hadn't been solved was one of the impetus behind some of the songs." And I said, "I guess it's turning into an album." And he said, "Well, I think that's going to be a breakout album for you." So I scurried home and wrote the rest of them. If it's going to break out, it hasn't done it yet, but we're still working on it. This is the first one of them I wrote. As far back as I remember, I was always Rachel's sister. Sometimes I think that started before she was even born. She was lively, she was clever, and everybody loved her. And when the men came looking, it was Rachel they looked for, not me. I was Rachel's sister. Jacob saw her fetching water, asked if she was Laban's daughter, and she ran home to let us know to make room for one more. I fell in love that night at dinner. He never saw it for watching her. And when the meal was over, it was Rachel he asked for, not me. I am Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. They said Jacob was a trickster, But my father brought me forward on Rachel's wedding day, draped in veils upon his arm. But then Jacob worked the harder, and for Rachel too he bartered. Still I thought I'd win him when each new son was born to me. Rachel's sister. But every night I'd hear her whisper, "Give me sons like you gave my sister, and prove that you love me. Prove you love me more." So then one night he did it, and little Joseph was his favorite. But Rachel died in childbirth when her second son was born, leaving me, Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. Every now and then I wonder, is he still thinking of her, though I'm the one that keeps him warm when the nights are cold? Did she love him as I love him, or did she just love to win? But she is blessed memory, so I will never know. I am only Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were given. So here is the truth, not the one the old men told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister, and it can only be told by Rachel's sister.
That was brilliant. Wow.
Oh, Jen,
Thank you. Thanks very much. So we're on our second to last round.
Okie dokie. So when I was living in the US, I was involved as the stay-at-home dad. I was involved in the PTA at my daughter's school, and I met one of the moms, and we were working in the spirit shop together. She told me she came from a town called Portsmouth, Ohio, and we were comparing notes about, because I grew up in Johannesburg, and as Tessa will tell you, there the public swimming pool was a place where we all congregated during the summer vacation, and they had a public swimming pool in Portsmouth as well, which is where the kids used to congregate. And the name of the public swimming pool in Portsmouth, Ohio was Dreamland. And unfortunately, fairly recently, probably in the last 10 years, there's a book being published called Dreamland, and it's actually named after the swimming pool in Portsmouth. But it's a book about the opioid crisis in the United States, and it's written by an investigative reporter. It's a very, very depressing book, actually. It must have taken me 6 months to finish this book, because I just had to keep on putting it down. It was really heavy. Anyway, I met a musician, a guy called Josiah Whitley, and if you've got time, you can Google him on the internet, josiahwhitley.com. And I used to go to this folk club called Plain Folk, which is a little place called Pleasant Plain in Ohio. And he was launching an album, and he came from Portsmouth, Ohio. And I just thought to myself, this is great that the young people are not being caught in the trap of the previous generations and whatever. And he got me thinking about why I write songs and sing them. And this is a little song. It's called Extraordinary Love. I wonder where I got the crazy notion to sing these songs I write, so sincere, yet full of fear, full of strife, sharing dreams with those who care to listen, hallucinations from deep within my brain, all the books I've read of people dead, my thoughts profane. Searching for sweet words of inspiration through a lens opaque, fighting with the devils of temptation, making the same mistake. But when I do, I think of you, extraordinary love. Should I bare my soul anew to total strangers, in a darkened room or somewhere on a stage, I feel unsure, so insecure, here in my cage. But if I close my eyes, my fantasies can lift me to a place where I believe the songs I sing give me wings, and I am free. And there I find sweet words of inspiration, and the glass is clear. No longer fighting off that old temptation, demons disappear. I feel brand new, I feel you, extraordinary love. I feel brand new, I'm feeling you, extraordinary love. There we go, extraordinary love. Thank you.
Dave, I'm so impressed with your music. It's so wonderful to hear you. I'm glad that we had a chance to play together, because lovely, just lovely. So I've been playing the song a lot since I wrote it. Didn't write it for the pandemic, but I've had a number of people who've heard it and said this would be a good song to sing or to play for people who whose family member is in hospice. And it's a song, actually it's a very upbeat song. My dear friend Kathy was having a birthday party and she was turning 80. And she said, okay, Amy, I want you to write me a song, because you're opening the show. And she was going to have everybody come to this country club. She said it's going to be between a wedding and a wake, because I want to get everybody to get dressed up, everyone to look their best, and then everybody get up and talk about me. Because I want to know what people are saying now. You know, it does no good to wait until I have a funeral or something like that, because I won't be there. And so her multitude of children, she had 14, they all got up and spoke, and all the neighbors and the friends and everyone. But I had to start the show, so I don't usually write songs on demand. But for Kathy, you couldn't turn her down. So this is a song called "Tell Me Now." Tell me now about the smile on my face. Tell me now how I walk the world with grace. Tell me now about my spirit in this place. Don't wait until I'm gone. Tell me now. Tell me now about all I used to do. Tell me now if I've offended you. Tell me now how to give the world its due. Don't wait until I'm gone. Tell me now. Please don't wait till I'm ashes in a jar or lying in the cold dark ground. Tell me what you're thinking, the ugly and the good. It'll mean more to me now. I wish you would. Tell me now how I've helped my fellow man. Tell me now how to follow some great plan. Tell me now if I've done all that I can. Don't wait until I'm gone. Tell me now. Tell me now what my words have meant to you. Tell me now if they're changing I must do. Tell me now what I mean to you. Don't wait until I'm gone. Tell me now. Please don't wait till I'm ashes in a jar or lying in the cold dark ground. Tell me what you're thinking, the ugly and the good. It'll mean more to me now. I wish you would. Tell me now, come on, what you want to say. Tell me now, before I've gone away. Tell me now, while we're standing here today. Don't wait until I'm gone. Could be before the dawn if I've been right or I've been wrong. Tell me now, don't wait until I'm gone. Could be before the dawn if I've been right or I've been wrong. Tell me now. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, in the interest of telling you now, I think you're wonderful. You both are. I'm really happy you both said yes. So if somebody was to tell me who I was, incorrigible would probably not be far down the list. We were getting prompts on a weekly basis on one group and on a daily basis on another. And the prompt for this was tiger, and it was because it's the year of the tiger. And I am just incapable of doing what's expected of me. And so this is what happened. I hear you cheering for me out there. I know I'm elegant and rare, and I think I'm showing admirable restraint. Yes, I am. Fancy Dan there, his name is Roy. He's treating me like I'm some kind of toy, and I'm being practically a saint. See how his partner struts and prances. That Siegfried thinks he's quite the dancer. But really, I'm the star of the show, and I know you know. All in all, I've got it good. Since that's the case, I guess I'll put up with that fool and his stupid megaphone. But last night I dreamed of India, lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, it was harder then. Life was harder then, but I was free. What's that fool Roy doing now? I think he's trying to get me to growl and give the crowd something for their applause. I think I'll try a little slap, just a teeny little love tap, not enough to hurt, just to remind him who's boss. Because last night I dreamed of India, lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, it was harder then. Life was harder then. I was free. I didn't mean to hurt him, but he's such a little squirt. But when the crowd began to scream, well, it was totally worth it. Because last night I dreamed of home, lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, a little harder then. It was harder then, but I was free.
Wow, that's a great song. Wow. Brilliant.
Thank you. Tongue buried firmly in her cheek. Thank you. So, what is your last offering, Dave? You know you're muted.
That's okay, probably, because I was talking a lot of rubbish anyway, so it's
Oh,
okay. Tess and I grew up in South Africa, so those of you who are unaware, there are 13 official languages in South Africa, of which 2 are white or European languages, and the rest are African languages. The Nguni people are certain tribes that are on the east coast of southern Africa, so the Ndebele, the Swazi, the Zulus, and the Xhosa people. And some of these tribes have incorporated clicks in their language. Clicks originally come from the Bushman people who are the original people in southern Africa. And their language is not one of the official languages, but there we go. Anyway, so this is a song actually about a thunderstorm. That's really what it's about. But in the Nguni traditional religion, Umvelinkangi is where everything comes from. And Mbaba Mwana Waresa is the goddess of rainbows and the rain, and she's also the goddess of beer. And there's a little song called Umvelinkangi. Just wait, I'm going to put on a capo here just to make sure that I've got it in the right key here. though the heavens are on fire, a raging livid hue of tempered steel or twilight shades of black and blue. The air roars like a freight train or the crashing of the seas. I feel it hot and heavy with foreboding and unease, and the trees like giant dancers putting on a show wave their arms in supplication as the tempest blows. Then all at once the lightning flashes, streaks across the sky. The thunder roars and crashes like an ancient battle cry. Umvelinkangi, umvelinkangi, umvelinkangi. The rain, the blessed rain is falling, rain is pouring down. Sheets of dappled water, the magician's silver gown. I hear the rumbling drumbeat on the rooftops, on the ground, the deep pulsating rhythm, the cacophony of sound, are the sweet savanna grasslands touched by summer rain. I know these smells will stay with me forever in my brain. I'm just a grain of sand upon the ebbing, flowing tide of these forces of creation, unpredictable and wild. Umvelinkangi, umvelinkangi, umvelinkangi. Baba Moana Waresa Abantu bako bayezwa Umoya yasikulela Imvula yasibusisa. Suddenly it's over, the storm has come and gone. The air is fresh and clean again, my world is filled with song. For the birds that hid so silent as they sheltered in the fray, now sing their jubilation to the wonder of this day. Umvelinkangi, umvelinkangi, umvelinkangi. There we go, umvelinkangi. Thank you.
That was just gorgeous.
Okay. I've been sitting here trying to figure out what I want to do last. Okay, I'm going to do this song. Jan, thank you again for the invitation.
My pleasure.
This is wonderful. Your music is just lovely. And it just, I love days like this, to be able to just sing in the round and share music and meet new people. It just... Sorry, I have to tune my guitar on my last one. Let's see, how does that sound? Okay. Well, This is a continuation, actually, from my last song. But it's about my friend Kathy, who, after that wonderful party, died 8 months later of a stroke. And so she got a chance to hear everyone. She got a chance to celebrate her life, and we got a chance to celebrate her. And this is a song about her being free. And she had a very hard life. Imagine 14 children. She was also a rather, she was a woman full of faith. So this is just called Kathy's Dance. Kick your heels up, Kathy. Put on those dancing shoes. Now it's your time, Kathy, to let yourself cut loose. Lover, he's been waiting such a long, long time for you to leave your heavy cares behind. He's been patient, he's waited for the chance to sweep you in his arms and Kathy dance. Kathy dance. Have you seen this dance floor? It's a garden of delight. Everything is prepared for you this night. You've been patient. You've waited for the chance to be swept up in his arms and finally free to dance. Kathy, dance. Now it's grown to universal sign, always waiting for this time to come, to be one with your love. Now the dance has begun. Kick your heels up, Kathy. Lovers opening the door. We'll all join you someday, dancing around heaven's throne. You know that someday, Kathy, we'll be out on the starlit floor. There's room enough for billions more. We've all been praying for the chance to be swept up in his arms, finally free to dance. Kathy dance. Kick your heels up, Kathy. Put on your dancing shoes. Now it's your time, Kathy, to let yourself cut loose. Kathy dance. Kathy see you dancing, Kathy. Thank you.
How lovely. She was lucky to have you as a friend. So before I do my last song, I want to say thank you to Dave Mason and thank you to Amy Dixon Kohler. Thank you so much for saying yes to this. It's been a lovely afternoon.
You're welcome.
And what day is that birthday?
April 9th.
April 9th.
Yeah, but we're even the same year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Dave took all the talent.
I don't think that's quite true. He left you plenty. So I was debating about what song to do last, but now it's decision time, so I have to say those thunderstorms are they're duplicated here in Texas. We will get nothing for weeks and weeks, and then suddenly somebody's house is washing down the river. And it's just amazing. The sky just splits, and it does it multiple times. It's very loud. You cannot ignore it. The power goes out. Yeah, this is Texas. My daughter has been in New York and then in LA for a while now, and she has a lovely life. She misses New York terribly, as do I, but I can't do the winters anymore. She told me she likes them. That might be true. But what she misses about Texas is those thunderstorms. So, anyway, this is a more general sort of thing. What happened was somebody said something to me about the Northern Lights, and we talked about that, and then we moved on in the conversation. And about an hour later, somebody else said something to me about the Northern Lights, and I thought, that's interesting. We were just talking about that, and I told them what we'd said in the first conversation. And about 2 hours after that, somebody else said something to me about the Northern Lights, and I thought, I think I'm supposed to write a song here. So I did. Magnetic fields fight their way across the sky and show us brilliant colors, the Northern Lights, and we are all reminded the beauty we have here, how fortunate we are to have protective atmosphere. The home we share, the Northern Lights remind us, has water and air. The Northern Lights remind us that there's no guarantee, there's no guarantee. The Northern Lights remind us, the Northern Lights remind us. Celestial looms weave the darkness into lights that dance above the planets to dazzle human eyes, and we are all reminded of vast eternity, how fortunate we are, however briefly, just to be on the home we share. The Northern Lights remind us, as water and air. The Northern Lights remind us that there's no guarantee, there's no guarantee. The Northern Lights remind us, the Northern Lights remind us. It's a beautiful and deadly universe, and everything that we hold dear depends on our next choice. For though we send our rockets up to land on planet Mars, or lie back on the hillside to admire the stars, the northern lights remind us with their shimmering towers how fortunate we are to have this earth of ours. And the home we share, the northern lights remind us, has water and air. The northern lights remind us that there's no guarantee, there's no guarantee. The northern lights remind us, the northern lights remind us, the northern lights, the northern lights, the northern lights remind us. Thank you. Thank you once again for being here. Thanks to my guests, Dave Mason and Amy Dixon Kohler. I'm so glad y'all came.
Thank you very much, Jen.
I'm sorry?
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Jen.
thank you. I assume this means that Phil got my message out for me.
Yeah.
She did. She did.
Great. I'll have to send her a thank you note.
What are you guys at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Quite
Wow.
late. For Janet, it's early. Janet, which music are you going to join now?
I toyed with the idea of listening to Nefesh Mountain at from Temple Israel in Boston.
Oh my
As
God.
they closed the Shavuot service.
I don't think
But
you
that's not
actually
for another
sleep.
hour, and I don't think I'm going to last that long.
I'm going to stop the recording real quick and the live stream, and then we can just talk.